Chads, welcome back. We're going to break down another AIGA scrap. This time it's going to be Pedro Marinho versus Izaak Michel. But before we get into the scrap, there was a little bit of a drama before the match and a little bit after that is quite interesting. So let's go ahead and dive right into it, okay? So before this match, Team Kasai won the duel by winning 4 of the 7 matches. They won the first 4 matches. Roberto Jimenez secured the gold for the team after beating Giancarlo Bodoni. So there's 3 matches left, but they've already won the tournament as a team. So the problem is the rest of the guys are like, well, why should we grapple? We already won the freaking tournament. But then again, the fans want to see the grappling. They flew out to Kazakhstan, and it's not like they got like a bunch of matches anyway, so like you might as well lay it on the line and scrap. But Kynan didn't really want to scrap. Pedro, I don't think, wanted to get out there, but eventually they were like, you know what, we'll go out there and finish the matches as a formality and give the fans what they want. So that was like a little bit of controversy leading up to this match. By the way, check out this Chad move by Izaak, okay? Pops top and starts bouncing in the middle of the entryway, goading the other team to send out their opponent, just peacocking and mogging at its finest. You gotta love this move in order to get the scrap. He just wants to scrap. Come on, give him a scrap. Anywho, they eventually get out there and start to scrap, and it's a heavy scrap between these two Chads. Izaak gets the double unders, but they almost go out of bounds, and the referee begins to reset them in the center. Izaak gets to start off in double unders in a very advantageous position and horsecocks Pedro to his back for the first takedown, okay? An absolutely beautiful double underthrow, brings his hips to the party, gets his hips in front, and freaking slams Pedro down to the mat emphatically. This next takedown Izaak hits is a thing of beauty. It is a simple misdirection snap into a body lock. But watch what he does with his hands here, okay? He snaps Pedro's down, shifts his weight to one side, and then comes back with a carve to the other side with the same hand, as well as guiding him with his right hand with an elbow pass. Very smart of Izaak to go body lock instead of into a double leg or high crotch, because Pedro has a very tight guillotine, a very good guillotine. So very smart adjustment from Izaak's first matchup with Pedro in the Who's Number 1 event. Now, here's something that was a little odd. Into the first round, Pedro yells out something and starts going over to the Williams team corner. He is pissed off. Look at him, telling the ref, get off me. I am furious. Look at that. He's peacocking hardcore, and he's mad at somebody, at one of the coaches on the Williams team. Izaak could care less. He just wants some water in him. But Pedro is fuming and freaking wanting to scrap somebody on the Williams team. Anywho, Pedro calms down. The boys get back to the center and start scrapping. But as you can see in the background here, the teams are in a heated discussion with one another as the athletes are competing. Eyes are not on the match at all. Both teams are chit-chatting and arguing about something. They continue to scrap. Pedro tries to hit this nice throw by, but Izaak hits a beautiful counter, almost into what is like a Muay Thai kickboxing sweep. He brings his back leg behind Pedro, grabs the far knee, and hits like a reverse knee pick on Pedro to counter this slide by, which was pretty slick. Once more, these fellas get back on the feet. Izaak tries to get to that body lock and just slings Pedro around, and boom, fake Sparta kick. You gotta love it. Pedro throws the hands up. He says, hell yeah, brother. And then once again, we're throwing more leg kicks. Boom. Pedro rolls out of that one, narrowly misses a calf kick by Izaak. Anywho, Izaak wins pretty decisively, but afterwards, Pedro goes over to somebody on Williams' team and is getting in their face, getting in their butt, okay? He is not a happy camper. They must have been saying something that the guillotine master was not liking, and he wanted to scrap again. He wasn't worried about Izaak. He wants this guy, this fella, to scrap with him on the AIGA mats, okay? I'm not sure what happened or what was said. If you guys know, give me some insight. I'd love to know. But yeah, this was another great match to watch on AIGA. Like I said, go watch those matches, and I'll talk to you Chads later.